Hey kids. So this is my skin. I have no idea where to start. Okay, so video responses. Yeah, I was stoked to hear about some theology from both of you guys. Uriel and I, we've talked before about kind of where we stand on that stuff, and it's always been really fascinating, kind of your spirituality, Uriel. So it was great to hear just like a little bit more about it, and hear you expand a bit on it. I'm a little offended that you didn't show the drawing in the bathroom that I did. I don't even know if you noticed. It's probably in one of the most notable spots, but I don't know if you knew it was me or not. Ethan, it was finally good to hear from you. Yeah, Ethan, it was good to hear about kind of your concepts of God, and you bring up the question of faith, which is something that I've always been kind of afraid of. Maybe just because I grew up in a very faith-based community, um, and a lot of those things, a lot of the things about that community I've rejected, and one of those things that I get wary about, I guess, is faith or magic or mysticism. So yeah, it was cool to hear you talk about that and get a bit of perspective on that. So thanks for sharing. Life update. I am in the middle of paper writing season. I got my first one, I guess my second one in um, just just yesterday. Wrote a paper on Hobbes and the concept of justice and whatever, which it's way more exciting to me than it probably is to you, but whatever. But yeah, besides that, I mean, did get to go to Vancouver again this weekend. My loans finally came in. You guys both know that I've been waiting forever for those loans, and so it's finally good to have that kind of sense of security there, and the fact that like I have some money, I don't need to go begging for money anymore. I can pay some people back, which is nice. I hate having outstanding debt to people, so that's really exciting. Going to be moving kind of back to Vancouver for December. This is actually the first time, the second time actually, that I'm not going home for Christmas. I don't count the first time just because I was seeing someone at the time, and so I spent Christmas kind of with her family and all that fun jazz. This is the first time I'm going to be spending Christmas, I guess, solo and in BC. So should be interesting. I'm gonna move back to Vancouver just so that I can work an old job again and try and get some money, but also just so that I can see some people. So I'll be seeing a lot more of UM. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. On the note of Christmas and holidays, my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday is actually Easter. The reason for that has very little to do with what Easter is actually about. I have a tendency to hate most holidays. Birthdays I hate. It's just a reminder of me getting older or something like that. I'm not a fan, as you guys know, of Halloween or New Year's. I just find that like with a lot of holidays like this, there's a lot of expectation built up around it. There's a lot of consumerism that goes around it. There's just a lot of stress on it, like especially Christmas, right? Like there's all this build up to it, and I just picture my family, preparing for Christmas, and everybody gets together, and what's supposed to be this time of like getting together and funness usually just ends up being like a lot of really awkward tension. And I love my family. I really hate to be criticizing them on the internet, but that's just typically what it turns out to. The reason I like Easter is because I have a tradition with some friends of mine, and we go on a hiking trip every Easter. The first trip we did was out in the Wanafuka, doing a trek along the coast. The idea being is like none of us were going to go home for Easter. All of us were kind of fed up with Easter church services or whatever, and so we all decided to go hiking and spend Easter out in nature. Last year we went down to the Olympic Pen. I got to see sea otters, which is super awesome because like sea otters, there's only like a few hundred of them left on the earth. Yeah, I have no idea where we're going this Easter, or if we're going this Easter. I assume we are. But I'll keep you up to date on that. Anyway, I think that's all from me. Looking forward to hearing from you guys yet again.